Boston area motocross scene here at AT&T Stadium for something's going on here. I'm not sure, but all this dirt's on the floor. Hopefully there's a purpose to it. You know Supercross is going on. Hey, listen, I'm excited to be here with Mitch. I gotta tell you, we follow your family. I'm not gonna go too much. I'd like for you to do that, but you're originally from Minnesota, which we were just there for the Supercross round line. But how did you end up in Texas, right outside of Dallas here?
Cold weather. We couldn't deal with it anymore in Minnesota. So actually, when I was 13, we moved down to Decatur, so just outside of Fort Worth here. And my parents, we owned a track in Minnesota. Ended up selling that, buying Oak Hill Raceway down here, and just kind of took off from there. A little bit of everything. Kind of had to get us, my brother and I, a little further in our careers, and also to just get out of the weather and kind of start a new chapter for our family.
The difference with the up there, you're right. Like, what's 3 months of riding, 5 months of riding, really?
Yeah, we could ride year round. Like, we had some indoor tracks up there, but it was really just on the weekends, and it wasn't even every weekend. So, but for outdoor riding, it was normally April to September, October for us, and yeah, just kind of had fun with it back then. We did Loretta's. That was about the only national we did, and when we moved to Texas, obviously got to ride year round, and got kind of a little bit deeper into the careers, and able to race some more amateur nationals and get to where we're at now.
Okay, so Oak Hill, and again, tell us a little bit. It's a track northwest of Dallas with great history. Just give us a little bit on that.
Yeah, so I believe they had the GNC International Final at Mosher Valley. Before that, when we moved down here, they was been at Oak Hill for 3 years. So my parents just recently sold that. So yeah, we owned it from 2007 till 2019 now, or 18. And yeah, had the Amateur National in my backyard. It was a good, fun time during spring break, and yeah, it was just a great track to grow up and have in my backyard, and to train and get to where I'm at today because of that. It's phenomenal.
Now, for all of us jealous people out there in the city folk that don't have a dirt bike track in their backyard, what is that like? Like, just whenever, like whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to have one in my backyard my whole life. Like I said, we owned a track in Minnesota, so that's always been awesome. But it's been a lot of work to, as far as keeping up on the property and stuff like that. Dad put us to work. We had to work to play. So the work had to be done before we got on our dirt bikes, and when we're done riding, then we had to get back to work. So it's one of them pay-to-play things, but it was a lot of fun, and super fortunate to have that my whole life.
Okay, so here you are in 2019 Yamaha. It's been an interesting couple of years for you. Go back a little bit and then bring us up to speed.
Yeah, so kind of starting in 17, there's some injuries, but some good results in between. Last year was just a bummer year for me. Unfortunately, had a couple little setbacks. I blew my ACL and MCL out in April, so missed all of last year, and just been kind of recovering from that and getting back to 100% this last 6 months or so. So been on the bike for a good bit now. Had some good days at the test track, putting in the work, and I feel like we're back to normal, back to 100%. Just got to get my feet underneath me again with this racing situation, and I think we'll be fighting for some wins.
I read in an article, an interview that somebody did with you, that you said the injury was part of it, but a lot of it was mental. You needed that time down. For all of us who've been racing a long time, we've kind of gone through that, but explain that maybe to somebody that's never rode and never been injured, those kind of things.
Yeah, it's one of them things that dirt bikes are our lives, so when it gets taken away from us, you don't really know what to do with yourself. So a lot of highs and lows the last couple of years, just getting my best results ever to being on the couch, not even being able to ride. So mentally, it really messed with my head, and kind of getting that back on track and in order has been probably the hardest thing I've had to do the last 2 years. Coming back from injuries, healing up isn't that big of a deal. It's kind of just takes time, and you do what you can. But the mental side of it has been huge, and something I've really been working on and trying to get all the pieces of the puzzle together so I can be the best me I can be.
Is it the mental thing? Is it just a matter of seat time, you think?
Yes and no. More race time. We do thousands of laps at the track during the week, and riding is obviously good for the head, but racing and seeing your hard work kind of pay off is huge for confidence and getting your head back on straight. So I think just getting some racing under me is going to be huge, and I feel like the more racing I do, the better I'll get each weekend.
How ironic or kind of cool was it that you came back in Minneapolis? Do you have family up there, and did they come, and kind of how did you feel about your results then?
Yeah, so probably 90% of my family still lives up there. I'm actually about an hour from the stadium, so I had a lot of family and friends there. I actually raced the KTM Challenge there back in 2003. Well, it was the old Metrodome, but Minneapolis area. So yeah, I was super excited to race there again. Had a blast. Results were okay. I felt like I just got through the night. Didn't really ride my best. I feel like I have a lot left in the tank, and have showed a lot more in me. So I had a really good week of practice this week, and I'm just excited to get it going this weekend.
Excellent. Won't keep you much longer. We're going to get out there, but you got something going on personally with your family. Tell everybody about that. Yeah,
so a huge thing for my life right now is I got a little baby on the way. So my wife and I are expecting, should be born, due date's April 14th, so I'm over the moon for it. It's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, and yeah, I'm just super excited for the little guy to get here.
Now, as a racer, honest, do you get to the point like hey, I don't really want to risk my life anymore because I want to be here, or does it motivate you more because of that family? What kind of?
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, it is a dangerous sport, and we all know that coming in. So, but for me, I feel like I have so much more to prove and so much more that I want to accomplish with my career, and like you said, kind of show my kid coming up that, you know, Dad works his butt off and does the best he can with what he's got. So it's a little bit of both. It's a lot of fun, you know, just coming home from the practice track, and I would just start thinking about, like, man, I got a kid on the way. Like, life is awesome right now. I'm just so excited, and it just couldn't get any better right now.
Do we know the boy, girl?
Yep, boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody kind of knows, you know, danger boy, Deegan, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, the kid want to race.
Yeah.
Where are you at with that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If he wants to race, by all means, I will support him 100%, just like my parents supported me. I'm not going to push him, and I'm not going to make him ride or train or do any of that. But if he wants to, then I'm going to do everything I can to get him to where he wants to go.
Goal for tomorrow night.
I think the goal is to get on the podium. You know, it's been a long time since I've been up there. I haven't done too many races, obviously, but good starts and riding like I know I can, I think it should happen. So, yeah, just do the best I can, and we'll just build off of that and continue to be here every weekend.
Well, again, you got a huge following in Texas for sure. We wish you the best of luck. Anyway, like, how can people follow you?
Yeah, so obviously Instagram, social media, Freckle66, pretty simple. So it's just my nickname and my number, so yeah, give it a follow.
Okay, Mitch, good luck.
Appreciate it.